What's up, everyone? Welcome. I'd say welcome back, but this is kind of the pivot moment, so here you are. Okay, first things first, I'm Serena, or Bean. I answer to both. This is my channel. It's called This Took Forever. I also have a podcast called This Took Forever. It's been a journey. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't. This has been a lot of things, and I was sitting here doing my tarot reading for myself, and I was like, should I start the channel? Should I do tarot readings on the channel? Like, I already kind of do them on the podcast and a little bit on TikTok, but not really. Like, I haven't really dove into it, And I'm like, do I do it? So I'm sitting here with my tarot cards, and of course I start doing a reading, and it's popping off, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just start the new channel, the new energy. Let's just turn the camera on. I don't want to. On the podcast, I've been talking about how much I don't want to be on camera. I've been avoiding YouTube because I don't want to be on camera. And it's like, I get it. I know why. I get it. It's because this is going to hold me accountable for all the other crap that I don't want to do, because I have gotten away with the last year podcasting from my bed in my pajamas. And honestly, I could do this. Well, I guess I could do it from my bed too. In my pajamas. I just need to look a little better, right? I get it. Like, I need to do my hair. I get it. Look, we all go. Look, I don't have any makeup on. I do have moisturizer on. I don't want to be called out for whatever. Not being truthful. I have moisturizer on my face. And, yeah. I don't know what else to tell you, but I don't know how to edit these things. I don't really know anything about much of this. My podcasting is a mess. It's unedited. It's raw. I don't sit there and script things. I don't have time for that. I'm getting into this thing where it feels like I've got a lot to say, and I've been questioning it. This has been going on for the last couple of years. I had my massive spiritual awakening, and I've pretty much just been questioning my entire existence since. If you found me, I do not think this is by accident. I'm still not 1,000% sure exactly how the other side works. Doesn't really matter. So whatever you subscribe to is your business. I'm not here to tell you yes or no either way. I don't care. Whatever you believe in, that's on you. I'm just here to read cards, like energy. And whatever comes is what I tell you, and it may not make any damn sense. 90% of the time it doesn't, but every time that I'm like, I don't know what this means, somebody else is like, oh yeah, I know exactly what that means, and I'm like, that's random. It could be like, yeah, the applesauce got dumped onto the couch, and they're like, oh my god, I knew it, and I'm like, what? It's so bizarre, and I'm like, I don't know where that came from, but that's what I heard. And it's energy, and I'm just open to listening to it. That's all that it is. I don't hear voices. It's like a knowing. That's the best explanation. And it's heavy. And listen, the dreams that I have, the synchronicities, like, that's what this is going to be. I think this channel is the tarot readings, and then me coming to all of you, explaining to you all the crazy shit that happened. Because the podcast is part of it. But this is the weird shit. I'll put it on the podcast eventually, but it's weird. It's some weird stuff. And I was like, that's what led me down the religious hole. That's, I was born into Christianity, so that's all I knew. So I had to dismantle, deconstruct from that. There was a lot, right? So I was just like, okay, I don't have a belief system. So I'm like, this is weird. All I know is I have a soul. I know I came from somewhere, and I know I'm doing something here. And I'm basically looking for the truth. That's what I'm looking for. And I know tarot is such an amazing tool for reflection. I don't know. I don't like doing love readings and these feel-good readings. I mean, they're nice. They pop up sometimes. But really the stuff that my intention is to dig is for the stuff that's blocking us, the stuff that's not allowing us to grow and to thrive. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of it doesn't feel good. A lot of it's not for itchy ears. Like, oh, they're coming. Oh, they're making their way back to you. Oh, they're thinking about you. Oh, just hold on a little longer. Like, that's not, I'm here to tell you why you're stuck. I'm here to tell you what you're not seeing. I'm here to help you change your perspective so that you can see a broader picture of what you can't see. That's always been my intention. I want to help people get their. I read tarot so different. One of the ways that I love reading tarot, and I'm still like learning some bits and pieces of it, but it's so funny how I pull from all different things, but the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life tarot. I actually have my little thing out. So I have this like chart, and it's like, this is the big side, but basically for tarot. And it's the 22 major arcana. It starts at 0, ends on 21 in the world. Starts at the Fool, ends at Fool, and then, yeah. So 10 spheres, whatever. There's 10 little spheres, and there's 22 pathways. 1022. That's my birthday. Yeah, I know, right? And I love tarot. And it helped set me free. It's what did it. It's what allowed me to find my soul. So I was like, should I give back? Should I do this? Like, should I return the favor? You know, because people are like, oh, you could, look, here's the deal. I don't need your money. I don't need whatever. I have a job. So I'm just, if you want to tag along and hang out, we can chat. We can be a community, you know, maybe I'm just building a tribe. But I will say this, I am not for the people who want to sit back and just keep making excuses. If you are ready for reals to move the fuck on with your life, this is probably the right channel. It maybe not forever. Maybe just bits and pieces. Maybe you're not meant to stay here forever. Maybe you're just going to be here for maybe just visiting. I don't know. Maybe you just need to pick up some ideas and go. Maybe you come back later. I can't even tell you how many tarot readers I've listened to, like religiously, and then it just fell off. And then later on, I come back to them. And it's really funny. And I think it's because they each have a true, like, calling. Like, they're in their own energy. And maybe you're not meant to vibe with the same person forever. And that's okay. See, this is like the letting go. See, I've been going through a lot of this. This is what I mean by, are you ready to do the work? Are you ready to walk away? Are you ready to leave things behind? Are you ready to say, oh, okay, well, maybe, you know, are you ready to be okay with it? See, you have to be okay. It's like, I don't care how many listeners or watchers I have. I don't care. That doesn't matter. Whoever found this is supposed to find it, because energetically, I'm in the right energy. I'm like, no, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm on the right path. I know I am, because I did the reading. So I was like, okay, I want to know. I was like, the podcast, the YouTube, like everything, my job, like what's going on here? Should I start the YouTube? Like, do I really need to do this? Because I really kind of don't want to. I don't want to be on camera. Look, I'm getting old, you know. I don't want to do my makeup. I'm at home. It's my jammies. Like, it's just not. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because whoever needs this message is not here for what I look like. You're not here because you think I look good. Like, that's not it. You're here because hopefully I have a message. And this is the message, is that when you're unsure, when you're scared to start something and you're questioning it, it's like, I was like, should I do this? There's so many tarot readers. Let's be honest. I mean, the spiritual community is cray. But I've been doing this for a long time, and I see so many different readers, and that's just it. I've resonated with some for a while, whatever. I don't know. And so I'm thinking, okay, I just need to be me. I just need to be on my journey, and I'll put the videos as I'm led, and the right people, when they're in that right vibration, they'll find it. And that's what I think about my podcast too, because my podcast was a journey. Ooh, it was a journey. Y'all don't even know. So started with me getting the divorce, right? Yeah. So, and then the awakening happened. Oh, so scary and wild. And then I went down the religious hole. That was wild. It's all over the podcast. It was all there. It's all like documented. I call it my emotional scratch paper. So it's like the podcast and YouTube are kind of like the journals, you know, they're the container. And each episode or each video is like an emotional scratch paper. That's the best way I can explain it. And whatever energy I bring, I try to be as authentic as possible. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood. If I'm in a good mood, I'm in a good mood. Like, whatever. I put it out there. Like, this is what I'm feeling. And I share it because, yeah, I might be in a shitty mood, but this is why, or this is what I'm processing, or whatever. Like, I just kind of like put it out there because I don't always know what to do with it. And the podcast was really, I never even thought anyone would listen to it. Never in a million years. And quite frankly, I don't even know how many people listen to it. I know I've got like 21 followers or something. It's ridiculous. Nothing. It's nothing to write home about. But think about it. Think about if every day you were posting something and 21 people were like, I got to listen to what you have to say. That's crazy. But I don't think it's 21 people. But, well, some days it is, because there's been days when it's been hit like 76 times it's been listened to. I try not to get too much into the analytics because that'll just make you mental. I tell people too, this is raw. This is hard to listen to. It's unedited, whatever I was feeling, or if I was feeling it. I've got time periods where I didn't record at all for weeks, months. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. It was a journey. It was a mess. I was a mess, but I kept at it. I didn't give up. I just kept giving in. I just kept leaning into it when it felt right. It didn't always feel good, so I didn't do it, and I didn't force it. And I started to question myself. I was like, oh, it's not the podcast. I'm not supposed to do the podcast. And then I just abandoned ship. But at some point, it would come back up again. So I'd lean into it. And then eventually at some point I'd just be like, no, this isn't it. I'd start questioning myself. I'd be full of self-doubt. And I'd be like, no, this isn't it. This isn't it. But that was healing. And it's all over the podcast. And it's so cringy, right? You just want to go back and delete everything. But you can't. And I know that. That was the whole point of it, is that it was supposed to be a snapshot, like proof. Because I've been talking about this so much in the podcast, is that I question if my marriage even actually happened. Because have you ever woke up from a dream and you're like, that happened? Like, it's so real. But it wasn't, because you're in your bed, you're wherever, and you're like, no, that didn't actually happen. I wasn't just out like skiing off the top of a mountain in China somewhere, like, and getting picked up by a pterodactyl with candy canes flying out their ears. Like, that didn't happen. You're just like, okay, I know, but it felt like you were there. And you were flying, and that eagle had a hold of you, and there's candy canes flying everywhere. It's like you could smell them. I'm not even joking. That was super random. I don't know. But what I'm saying is it was that intense. Like, those are the kind of dreams that I have. They're intense. They're so intense. And so it's like you showed yourself that. That's your consciousness. Your brain showed you that while you were sleeping. Think about that. So what does that tell you? You have this intelligent system that's running all the time, even when you're asleep. Doctor Strange. Have you ever seen that movie? When he's studying and he's in the library and stuff, and then at nighttime, his soul, his astro self is out projected, and he's sleeping, and his astro self, his higher self, whatever, his energetic self, his soul self was doing more research and reading the books. And so it's like that, kind of the best way I can explain it. And, at the end of the day, I really do want to help people figure out their dark night of the soul, like the end of their dark night of the soul, because that part is really tricky. And it's really confusing. You think the beginning... Listen, there are stages to this awakening, and the ending of it is a little weird. You know how they say, like, darkest before dawn? That is no joke. And let me tell you, before those big manifestations come in, and you can just feel them. They're just right here. Like, they're just right here. It's like, but you just can't get to it. Because there's something you haven't done. There's something in the way. And so you have to start thinking, what have I not done? This is where reflection comes in. Tarot is fantastic for that. I've been rambling. I'm sorry. We're going to be doing this. We go down a lot of rabbit holes. I call them side quests. Welcome. Okay. So I shuffled. I know, I'm sorry you can't see the cards, but I'll hold them up for you. It's going to be backwards. Sorry. And I was like, okay, do I do the YouTube? And this is what I got. So this is my reading, but I'll share it with you because maybe it's helpful for you. But figured this is how we're going to start this channel, like, in the right direction here. So, Queen of Cups, the World, and the King of Pentacles. So this is my favorite deck. It It's Life is Like a Board Game tarot deck. I got it on Etsy. It's like Monopoly, kind of. And there's 2 sets of major arcana in this deck. They're different. Each set is a little different. You can mix and match them, or I have them all together. So there's 100 cards in this deck. So 2 World, 2 Hierophant, 2 Sun, so on and so forth. But this right here was immediate. Queen of Cups, the World, and the King of Pentacles. I'm sorry, I have hiccups. Oh my god, that was intense. Weird. Yeah. Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles. That's divine. I mean, they're counterparts, King and Queen. Balanced my feelings. Doodle. Sorry, I have a dog and she's kind of fuzzy. And King of Pentacles, my money, my 3D stuff. That's what I've been working on. And now it's like the world, the balance. It's like I've the duality, right? And here's what was crazy. So I'm shuffling, whatever. And out pops the Magician, 3 of Swords, and 2 of Wands. And I was like, the Magician. And so there's the World. So I love the World and the Fool. My 2 favorite tarot cards, 100%. In tarot in the Tree of Life, the Fool's journey is backwards. You start at the World. You start at the end. You want to overcome the world, overcome greed, overcome money and lust, overcome these things so that these things don't control you anymore. You can't be bought. You can't be manipulated. You're sovereign. That's when you overcome the world. And when you overcome the world, you become the Fool, sovereign, free, ready to step off the cliff. No F's given. I cuss a lot. I try to keep it down, but it doesn't go well. So if that bothers you, this is not your channel, because I'm not changing for anybody. Sorry. Oh yeah, if you get up in my comments and you got a whole bunch of negative whatever, go away. I really, I'm not joking. I know that I am not for everybody, okay? There is probably very few people that I'm reading for, seriously, because I want the people that are done. We have had enough. We're finished. No more excuses. No more, oh, but they, but they did this. Oh, no, we are done. We're done making excuses. We're finished. Those are my people. No more excusing bad behavior and toxic whatevers. We're finished. If you don't want to hear that, and women, or men, I should say, I'm a bit of a feminist, but not in like a evil man way. Do you know what I'm saying? I have 3 boys. I mean, God, I have 3 teenage boys. But yeah, women, hence to why I deconstructed out of religion, because I couldn't deal with the patriarchy. So, okay, back to what I was saying here. The Fool isn't here, but the World was here, but I got the Magician, which is 1. So that's the step after. So, or before, I should say. And the Magician is the manifester. Magician manifests things out of thin air. The Magician has all of the tools. The wand, the cup, the pentacle, and the sword. Everything. You got your thoughts together. You got your emotions together. You got your words. You got your money. You got your feelings. You're good. You're solid. Got your creativity, your wand, right? Your excitement, your passion, whatever it is that's your soul, right? Your driving. That's what the wands are. The wands are is like your soul, it's that passion, that burn, that creativity, that drive. It's fire. That's what it is. So the Magician has every element. They're ready to go. They're balanced. They can manifest, manipulate, whatever you want to call it. And then 3 of Swords, 2 of Wands. I was like, you can I could manifest a broken heart, grief and sorrow, and then move on. I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. And I was sitting with it and I was like, but actually it does. It does make sense. Yeah. I wanted to manifest my best timeline. Well, how do you think that's going to happen? I first got to get rid of all the stuff that's got to go. I can't move on forward until all of this bad, ucky feelings are gone. And let me tell you, the last 2 weeks. No shit, 2 weeks. Oh, I'm about to get pissed. No joke. Listen to this. I have been grieving again my ex-boyfriend. Dude, you don't understand. Listen to me. Y'all, this man, I'm not even gonna get into it. I was so irritated because I was like, why are we doing this again? Why do I feel like this? This is stupid. Like, this is embarrassing at this point. But I'm honest about it because I know I'm not the only one, and this is what healing looks like. It's not a straight line. Sometimes you gotta go back. It's like to get launched. So I dealt with that for like 3 weeks, and I finally was like, you know what? What is it? I missed him. Okay, but I didn't want to admit that to myself. It's hard to admit that. You miss this person? Why do you miss this person? That's what I had to get to. And look, at the end of the day, I forgave him, whatever, but I couldn't understand why he was still there. And I was just like, what is this? And I was like, you know what? I realize you're not going anywhere. So I might as well make good use of you, right? So I kind of use the idea of like him as a shield to go exploring things in my marriage. That was long done and over, but a lot of trauma and a lot of things to sort through. A lot of situations that I still go, did that really happen like that? And then I'm like, yeah, I did. And sometimes it can get a little overwhelming to sit and sort through that stuff alone, you know? So, and I'm alone, so by myself when my kids are here at the moment, but I'm getting the dog. She's here all the time, but you know what I mean. There's nobody here, so just me. And that's just it. That's why I was like, why do I care what anyone thinks about what I want to do for a hobby? If I want to do YouTube and tarot reading for a hobby and get on here and help the handful of people that I'm probably supposed to help, screw you. I'm going to get on here and do it. If this ain't your message, get to scrolling. Nobody's holding a gun to your head. And if they are, blink twice. We'll send help. Like, what? We're forcing you to watch a tarot reading. Like, who are you? Like, get out of there. That's scary. Get some new friends. This tarot reading might be for you. It's time to move on. Look. So yeah, you gotta grieve. You gotta process. You gotta move on, right? So this has to happen first. Because all the bullshit gotta go. So then, what happens after that? I got the Four of Wands and Justice. This is like 11, 11, 11 energy. I always call the Four of Wands the 11, 11 card. And then there's more 11, Justice. That's Libra. That's my card. Okay, just as an FYI, I'm not super keen on what all the zodiac signs are for the cards. I know some of them. I'm getting better. I'm learning. I just never really had a reason to, but now I do. So if I'm reading for you guys, then I'll work on all my stuff. Yeah? Yeah. That's a deal. Okay. But I just really go with like the intuition. I mean, I do like geeking out and learning this stuff, but my intuition's spot on. Like, it's rarely off. It's been kind of terrifying me lately, actually. It's terrifying my friends too. That's why I was like, should I start the channel? They're like, yeah, it's time. It was time a long time ago, but take your time. Get there when you want. You can't rush this stuff, right? And then, so this is balance. This is balance this is balance and then more balance. Like this is balanced as balance gets. And that's me. That's my life. I'm not joking. I have no drama. I have no bullshit. I got no nonsense. No man in my bed. No bullshit. No nothing. My phone is dry. Nothing. Like silence, peace, and freaking quiet. I have worked very hard for this. I died. Like, I suffered a couple deaths for this. You have no idea. I have worked beyond hard to earn this. And it's like, you get very protective of it. And you really start evaluating who you want in your life. Because there is no replacing this level of peace. Like, there isn't. Somebody wants to join me and they have peace and that's fine. They can bring peace. They bring drama and some bullshit. They gotta go. I can't handle it. I'm so sensitive to it. I'm sensitive to bullshit. And then I got the Moon with the Seven of Cups and the High Priestess. These were all coming out in chunks. That's why I was doing the reading. I was like, this is weird. I should turn the camera on. So the Moon is like that feminine energy, kind of elusive. Like I always think like playing hide and seek in the dark. It's like you can kind of see, but not really. The moonlight, right? And then the Seven of Cups, that's options, illusions, that's the clouds, right? That's all around the cups. There's all the cups that are sitting out. There's 7 cups and they're filled. There's all kinds of things in the cups, lots of things. And there's clouds and it's like, ooh, I don't know which one I want. Ooh, maybe it's this one. It's not clear. But then there's the High Priestess. Use your intuition. And it's like, there's cloudiness around what I want. And the only reason there's cloudiness is because I'm not following my intuition. Because the minute I was like, no, I need to do this, this is what it is. And I just made up my mind. Precise. Ace of Pentacles. That's, yeah, the aces started coming out. I got the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, and the Ace of Cups. Which is funny. Because we got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. And we got both aces here. I'm telling you, it just lined up perfectly. I cannot make this shit up. And then, as I'm over here going, okay, and then we got 9 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and Strength, and the Hierophant. And I was like, and the Hierophant came out last. So I was like, okay, my new beginnings, like my emotions are in check, my money's in check, my 3D's in check. It's coming. The communication is coming. It's happening. And I have some other things happening, but ultimately I needed to be strong and follow what I really want. That's the only way my wish is going to come true, is by following what I want. What do I want? I want to do tarot. I want to give messages. I want to channel for people. I want to help people. That's it. That's all I want to do. I want to help people find their soul and free themselves. That's what I want. And it's like, Spirit's like, I agree. Absolutely. And then I was doing my thing. I flipped my deck over and I got the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. And it's like, yes, illuminate it. And the Sun's the happiest card in the deck, right? It's like full of sunshine, the baby on the horse, you know? But it's like masculine. It's different than the Moon. It's the opposite. The Moon is feminine and soft and elusive and fairy tale. And the Sun's like, let's do it. It's bright, it's aggressive, it's masculine, it's definite. It comes in the sunlight. Think about when somebody opens the blinds. Ah! It's no hiding. The Moon, kind of hidden. The Sun, no. Very matter of fact, no illusions. No dreamy possibilities. It is clear as day. And it's destined. And that's what happened. And I was like, yeah, this is what I want. And the funny thing is, it's so funny. So the part of the reason that I have fought this for so long, I know somebody's probably watching this going, what the hell? Why did you fight this? Because I was so religious bound. You don't understand. And in the Bible, it says don't touch tarot. I had to do all kinds of research and everything on this. It says don't touch tarot, which is nuts. And then when I found out about the Tree of Life, which is when I was going through my awakening, and I had already started reading tarot this way, I found out about the 1022. And I was like, and essentially, tarot is the reason I started to question the Bible. Because a tarot reading is what it like triggered hard my awakening. Like it touched a deep part of my soul. And then, like I said, I like want to give back, but I've had the religious trauma. That's all that I knew. That was my programming, right? And I fought back and forth. I cried. Because I thought God, at one point I just told God, look, if you're going to send me to hell, you're going to send me to hell. Because I don't know what else to do, but this is what feels right. And I want to feel good because I'm so tired of being miserable in my life. I'm so tired of doing everything everybody else wants me to. And I just want to do what I want to do. So that's what I'm going to do. So, see ya. And I was like, this is when I was like seeing God as the angry man in the sky still. And, you know, it was hard, but it's like Temperance and the Devil. It's the devil. It's like I was fighting to bring this to balance. And eventually, 8 of Cups. Like I didn't even see this sitting there. I walked away and I was like, I can't do the religious. I'm sorry. No more religious. 4 of Cups. Not interested. Not interested. 10 of Wands. It was heavy, but I collected all of them. I got all the information I needed. I finally was like, okay, this is what I need. And there it is. Intuition and the Tower. High Priestess and the Tower. It all came crashing down. It was a big Tower moment. And I was like, no. And, you know, it's like I've still, this was months ago. This was earlier in the summer. And I've been fighting it. And I've just been like, no, that's not it. No, I've done everything except tarot on YouTube. And I'm like, what if my coworkers see this or something? I don't care. It doesn't matter. Whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, so welcome to the channel. Sometimes I'll be posting like some channeling type messages. Sometimes it'll be tarot cards. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what this is at the moment. This is a variety show as well. My podcast is totally just like emotional scratch paper. That's what it is. It's emotional scratch paper. It's a hot mess over there. I just ramble on. I have so many epiphanies. Talk about my dreams. See, check this out. My dreams are super crazy vivid. Crazy. Like they're crazy, crazy, crazy dreams. And like to the point where I can close my eyes and go back and I can feel temperatures and like see dust and like all this kind of crazy stuff, right? It's nuts. So do you have dreams like this? I don't know anybody. I've never met anybody else that has dreams like this ever. I've never talked to another person that has dreams like this. They're crazy vivid. I couldn't forget this shit if I wanted to. So anyway, okay. So, one of my dreams, my tarot cards were in the water. And today I was thinking about this and I was like, they were in the water, but they weren't ruined. Like nothing, they weren't ruined. Now, there's a part of this dream. Right before I saw the tarot deck in the water, my friend Braden, who's kind of an ex-boyfriend, but he passed away some years ago. He died in a fire. He was a heavy dozer operator for CAL FIRE. Anyway, good friend. Anyway, and he was in my dream. And I had a box and he was standing there in front of my dresser and I told him here, and the room was filled with water up to about our knees. And I handed him a box and I was like, here, don't let this get wet. It's really important. It was just a cardboard box, nothing, not labeled, no, nothing. It was just a cardboard box. I was like, here, hold this. But today I was thinking about it and I was like, I don't know what was in the damn box. I've tried to do that remote viewing. I've tried a few things. The only thing I can think of is it's my heart. Like it's boxed up, and that makes complete sense to me. That makes more sense to me now than the dream did. And I had this dream 2 years ago, roughly. We're coming up on 2 years. February will be 2 years that I had that dream. And I remember thinking, like today, I was like, the tarot cards weren't ruined in the water. And I was really worried about whatever was in that box getting ruined by the water. So I'm like, what was the water? And like Carl Jung, he talks about like, that's like the emotions. And that makes sense. Think about the water in the cups, right? That's for tarot. It's cups, water, your emotions. And so it's like, okay. So my tarot deck was in the water in my dream. And it was my emotions. Like that's something I want, right? Like that's something I want. Like that's a true desire of mine. And romance used to be like, I used to think that I wanted to be married again or whatever. Well, I've gone back and forth about it. I thought I was going to marry my ex. I would have married him. I thought he was great, but anyway. That's, like I said, this last couple of weeks was weird. But I had to get over that and I had to realize like that's not it. And if he was really changed, it would be looking a whole lot different. And we're not lying to ourselves or making excuses anymore. Two of Swords, indecision. It's like, make up your mind. We're done. So we got to close the door and move on. King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. That's it. We're done. Get your emotions. King is in balance. That's a masculine side of your emotions. That is, hey, this ain't gonna fly. Sorry. I love you, but we can't hang out. I'm sorry. I love you. I wish you nothing but the best, but we can't talk. Like, this is not good for me. No contact. I've had to go no contact with lots of people, and it's quite a wild journey. And if you get on here and start yelling at me that no contact is just taking whatever way out and this and that, well, you must have never gone through anything that I've gone through. Because believe me, if you were me, you probably would have gone no contact a lot sooner. But I like my lessons hard. So like I said, I'm talking to the people who are done. They are officially finished. If your cutoff game and your block button is spot on, like you ready, it's like, what you got? Because we're done. We're done waiting. We're done asking. We're done coaching. We're done fixing. We're done building up. We're done pushing. We're done. We're done. We're doing all that for ourselves now. And that's what I want to help you do. I don't want to help you find a way to help your boyfriend. I don't want to find a way to help you be a better wife, whatever your thing is. Like, no, like, I want you to become a better person for yourself, not for whoever. I mean, because when you become better for yourself and you're not people pleasing and you're really working on yourself, you become best thing for everybody. You become best thing for everyone, and you set an example, and then people will follow you, and they're like, how did you do that? See? Work on yourself. Choose yourself. I know, it feels so weird to do that sometimes, doesn't it? Well, for those of you that actually stayed for this video, let's see here, what do we got? Emperor. Judgment. Page of Swords. Emperor, Judgment. Emperor has heard judgment. Page of Swords. You watching somebody? Well, maybe because you're watching this. Like I said, if you're one of my people, you're an emperor, empress, whatever. Make your choice. Yeah, it's gonna cause some conflict, but you're going to be okay. Whatever it is. Be an emperor. The judgment, you heard it. You heard the call. There's the buzzard. It's time. It's official. Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. And for me, it was cut off some shit and walk away. That was me and my emperor energy with my cutoff game judgment. I heard the judgment. I said, no. I've been watching. That's Page of Swords. I've been paying attention. I've been taking notes. I've been listening. Like, okay. You hear it, and that was it. I made the choice. I walked away. I trusted my intuition, and I brought myself into balance. Temperance. Sagittarius. Simple as that. I'm telling you, that's the direction I want to go in, is helping people that are done putting up with everybody else's bullshit. You're finished. You ready to cut some people off, cut some shit off, and just pour into yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna get my tea leaves for myself and for you. Maybe I should just do my own tarot readings and post them. This is for the collective that's following me. They're technically mine, but they'd be like crazy deep, man. Oh my gosh, I don't know, that'd be weird. What do we get here? I love these little fortune tea leaves. What do we get? Funnel. Period of frustration. Lessons to be learned. Absolutely. Career. And eagle. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. Yeah. The job. Keep working. Career. Keep working. There it is. You'll overcome it. Just keep going. Like I said, I didn't have an option. Oh man, y'all didn't even know. When I started that podcast, it was complicated. I have so many episodes that have never seen the light of day because I couldn't get the audio to work. I couldn't get the video thing because I was going to CMAC. I was like going to the studio until I just finally learned how to do it at home. It was just, don't even get me started. Lots of lessons learned. Lots of things I overcame. Lots of problems. Lots and lots and lots. But it's okay. We finally did it. We finally made it through. We worked it out. And January 13th, I believe it was 1 year. And I'm almost got 100 episodes posted. I just recorded the 100th episode. So I'll be posting a whole bunch and the 100th. But it's just crazy that it's turned into what it's turned into, and I enjoy it. I don't really care if anybody's listening or not. I just love it. I love doing this too. I've just been so scared to turn the camera on, and I don't know why. It's like I don't want to be seen. I keep thinking to myself, I'm like, the internet's so scary. All the keyboard warriors. Listen, I don't give a shit. Like, there's nothing that you or anybody else on this planet could say to me that could hurt my feelings any worse than the shit that's already been done to me. So for the mean people on the internet that don't like my face, don't like my voice, don't like whatever, go away. I really don't care. But for those of you that are here with me, we're here. It's cool. I'm gonna make lots of mistakes, but it is what it is. I don't care. I just know that Like, I feel this, and it's just been such a weird journey the last couple weeks. Everything I've been feeling, I've been like writing it down, and then somebody else will confirm it. Like 3 or 4 people will, and it's just to the point where I'm like, okay, I know what I'm feeling now. And then I'll be doing, like, I'll be feeling something, and then sure enough, the reading will just be like bam, bam, bam. And I'm spot on. And now I've gotten to the point of reading energy that I know what's mine and I know what's not. And so knowing that sometimes is very helpful, because I'm like, this isn't mine. I'll be doing something and I'm like, that's not my energy. Is this somebody else? Or is this like not like jiving? Or do I need to look like at a different perspective of something? So anyway, that's what we're doing here. Welcome to the channel. It's going to get interesting. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you all have a fabulous day, and we'll talk soon.